Hello, hello, good people of the world of old. So I'm about to stream a single player game with my, personal favorite settings at the moment. So I'm just getting out of a co-commentary on scientific channels. Check it out if you want to see some MP action. It was a very exciting game. So this one is going to be a bit more calm, although it will probably end in tragedy. So I'm going to play. It's all advanced setup, of course. Well, not of course, but that's what I'm going for. So I'm going to play a random nation with a random leader on the great. Default the great. Nothing is modified here. Let me check just in case. We can reset it. On a medium map with no events, which makes the game a lot harder if you are not aware. No event is a very significant change from even minimal event. You don't get legitimacy from declaring war on tribes and stuff like that, and it all piles up and changes a lot of things. All victory allowed, apart from alliance victory, so which is default. Random map. So random map script. We might end up on a desert or anything. Ruins are on, but we are on no events. So remember, when I step on a ruin, I will get maybe 50 resources. That's the most probable. Maybe a bit of science or something like that if I'm lucky. But ruins are not nearly as impactful as with events on. And I'm playing on no undo. Everything else default, I'm pretty sure. The DLCs should all be enabled. Yes, they are. No mods should be active. None are. And we are going to try our luck. And let's be clear, it's quite possible that I might just restart from the start of the game if it's impossible enough. But we'll see. We'll try our luck. And I'm probably going to play a few starts. I wish to say I don't think I've won a game in no events the great in, I'm not sure, but at least a year. So these are tough settings. I'm not pretending this is the absolute worst challenge you could devise. I could push some settings up and things like that, but that's what I like to play. So I'm going to try it. And we got Egypt, which is strong, but with no competitive mode on a zealot leader, so negative wisdom, we are generating 4 research a turn. So I expect 18 turns for my first tech, as things stand. We'll have to see about that. Maybe I get lucky funding sages, but we'll try to dig out of our hole at the moment. Zealots are good in general, but you kind of want a religion to do something with them, which typically takes time in the early game, so that's not always the best starting leader unless you can beeline a religion, but that's pretty tough to do as Egypt. I suppose I could go for clerics right away to get divine rule and the possibility to adopt paganism as a state religion, but I don't start with paganism either, so it's not mandated for, let's say, my capital. A few things to note about the start. I have decent growth with sorghum and crabs around. The game is decent, but I don't start with trapping as Egypt, so it doesn't do much. I'll get a modicum of culture from having the grove resources in my territory, even if I can't upgrade them in the foreseeable future. And what family should I go with at the moment? So generically good would be landowners. Because of the extra citizens, because quick early rural specialist would help me gain some more tiles with some potential for quarries adjacent to mountain and arid tiles here in the south. The fisher up north would further push my growth and allow me to grab the pearls. So that's good. That's extra citizen from the beginning. And I might want to delay, or I could go sages to try to compensate for being a zealot with very poor wisdom and very poor research, but I think not. If I'm going to try to make this work, I think landowner is probably the easiest one. Oh, hi, Handroth, welcome to stream. And I don't know if you caught the beginning, but I'm playing on, well, what I tend to play these days when playing single player in my private old world, meaning the great random nation, random leader archetype, random map script. So here it's Northern Ocean, no undo, and no events. And, well, I don't know about others, but for me it's quite tough. I haven't won a game with such settings in a long time. I think I've won a game of No Even the Great, but that was a long time ago. I can't remember if I had no undo. So there we are. Shame not to not have traders available. Yeah. All right. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but pick later is cheating. So, so I'm not doing it. I'm going for landowners. Enough for a start. So here I'll want the growth pretty quickly, and I think I value the farm even more than the net, although I'm not 100% sure about my pick. But I might not have a choice because I need to get the wood along the way to start it this turn. Let's see if I have opportunities for governors. I have a cruel judge, not worth it. My leader is certainly going to lead the unit right away. I have a free side that looks like it might be able to generate stone, and I will send my my landowner because my settler there, and probably fund landowners again, just to secure their opinion because I like to have the most cities, and also I will have 3 citizens in my first city because that's a landowner seat perk, and the second city being funded by a settler of the same family will grant me 2 citizens from the start. Our science is abysmal, so we will have to work on that. I think I'm still going for divination because I want the agency of free placed urban improvements, and I already have stone cutting, so the standard wisdom points at divination. Let's go there. Let's start to work on our growth right away. Of course, I'm already getting a 4-turn settler because landowners have a little bit of extra growth, and that's exactly what you need to push the settler out in 4 turns instead of 5. And I will start with the net, as I was mentioning. I really want my general, my leader on the unit, so let's do that, and let's send a scout to find what's to be found on the city, on the in the region. Welcome to the stream, Nestor. Welcome to join. That's an idea. Force Fluffy to pick his nation in the tournament to even out the playing field. Well, I mean, that's something that could be done for another tournament. I'm not playing in the tournament and I'm not organizing it, but yeah, it just random leaders is definitely valid, I would say. People have mixed feelings about events. All right, so we can almost reach. We're not quite in time. We should be able to do a good deal of damage when the time comes, but we are not in time to catch them right away. Still, our leader is a zealot. He's a beefy guy, and let's start working on our barbarians as soon as we can, and focus on exploring with our scouts as we do. So the map is Northern Ocean. So if you don't know, Northern Ocean tends to have a continent toward the south on which we spawned, which tends to have little resources around, or fewer resources than usual. So even if it's standard resource distribution, it will look a bit more like a low resource map. So we've done the essential things around. I computed that I didn't have the order to get wood and improve the farm, so I'm chopping, and then moving. Single chops because the movement is valuable to me as well at the moment. And alright, we are clearing out the camp a little bit too late, but that's good enough. That's valuable XP on our unit as well. Do I want to settle here first? Yes, I do, I think. And do I want to get the farm in top priority? Yes, I do as well. So, alright, I'll send my settler south and start the farm in Wasset. We don't have great options because we have no money, no research, no resources, no anything. I believe I should be able to... Yeah, well, am I? I would have to sell stone to be able to pay for that. To pay to start the fisher, I mean. Which I don't really want to do. So I have 450 stones. That's because that's the bonus I got from clearing the camp. I got extra stone out of that. Yeah, this doesn't look great. I don't really want to start to be tied down to a worker. And that's why the farm would have been better, because the specialist is free in terms of food, and that makes a difference if you are missing resources enough. 68. I think I'm starting it this turn still. Right, I want my specialist. Evening, Solver. Welcome, welcome. Let's make jokes about scientific while he's not here. Well, I don't have jokes ready around. I'm just playing my favorite stuff, which is pretty harsh, so I'm likely going to lose this game. But let's have fun while I do that. Alright, second Londoner city. And actually, with all the caveat I've always put on scientific Londoner plays and everything, that's exactly what I'm doing at the moment. So I'm sure I'd be proud to see me playing Londoners for good. Am I doing something exotic here? 4 farmer specialists. Well, farmer specialists are not very appetizing at the moment. I have an opportunity for a good farm that deserves a farmer here. Potentially another one here, but I'm not getting there in the foreseeable future unless I put a shrine on this tile. So, yeah, I'm not sure about that. And I think I just won't pick an ambition yet. Alright, so I'm going to do something slightly exotic. I'm moving my unit out and healing. Because if I was hitting this guy, he would be left with 1 hit point, so he would still hit me. Here, he will have to pick between hitting the city and hitting the unit. I'm healing my unit. And everything I'm saying is going to crumble, because I was assuming they would take 1 point of counter damage. And so they would get in range for a kill, but of course they will not, because they are a ranged unit. So this is a straight misplay, and I will have to live with it because no undos. Let's get some money by harvesting a little bit. The culture would be appreciated. Alright, so let's hit them this time. My worker is done. I think I want iron now. Yeah, the pyramids are in the game. I'm nowhere rich enough to be able to afford the pyramids at the moment, and we found out about Kush, quite close to us. I don't know if we want to declare war on the Numidians with the Numidians up north. Oh, and Babylon was found as well. Should keep an eye on these rivals. Of course, they are stronger and much stronger than us. Okay, we got our fisher. I think we want the farmer too. That'll give us some food and of course good growth in our capital. And we have options for marriage. So we could marry a timid tactician. I don't know what it is with tactician being timid, but it seems like a regular thing to me. Or an awesome schemer, and I'm going for the schemer because 5 wisdom will be very appreciated. Uh, so yeah, that's a dramatic change to our science protection. Our wife is contributing almost half our research. Definitely a lot better than our king that is negatively contributing. And alright, let's grab some quick, easy early culture through harvesting. Oh, and we get a flood. So things are not going to be easy immediately. I'd like to find another tribal spot, but in the meantime I'll just heal my leader unit. Harvest a bit more. We have extra orders on top of to use our scout. Okay, extra revealed tiles. Always nice. Always nice to get anything. So ruins still have some value. And I think we have to go for the medians with that noted. So yeah, let's position the forest and hit those guys. Fire away. Yeah, the harvest is not worth it, but let's check if we can find another forest to hang on. Not really. Alright, the flood is done. Our leader should keep hitting those guys. Oh, Steadfast is awesome. I kind of want Herbalist, but Steadfast is awesome. Alright. More quarries? More mines, sorry. Oh, we are done with our farmer, so we can go for quarry right away if we want. But I'm going to delay and go for a mine because I don't have the economy to just buy the iron for for quarries. With that, I'm taking the risk of pushing a walker right away. Or actually, no, the settler will be deleted quickly enough. So, alright, settler from the capital. Do I have a cool governor? Maybe I have more options now. I still have a foolish judge or a cruel judge. Both are bad. Intelligent but corrupt is actually more acceptable, and the oligarch, so their opinion would benefit me. The opinion bonus from being appointed as governor. But the money is painful in itself, the extra cost in maintenance. And I kind of want to keep the little civics I have around for now. So alright, I'll just risk my scout a little bit more. There's stuff I would like to see, but I'll just get back prudently to my forest. Alright, we are clearing this camp. I want everything and everything is slow. I mean, if you're fighting the Medians, there's something to be said for phalanx, right? Serfdom or colonies would be great. Well, colonies, not that much. I can actually buy tiles. I forgot because I'm a landowner. Yeah, maybe not that much of a priority. Of course, I need to adapt the law to do something with it. Aristocracy would have some value. Yeah, I need to do something about my research. I'll get culture in decent time, at least to developing thanks to the gem and the two incense tile in the territory of my capital. So I'll try to rely on that. I still don't have iron. Is it worth trying to go for the mine, the ancient ruin? I think I'm going to chance it. Oh, alright, so that's one of the luckiest one. On no events, when you get a boost from an ancient ruin, you can get a T1 tech, only T1. But administration is already massive, especially with little research we are producing. So choose ambition, 6 farms. Alright, that's a lot more palatable. Not that the territory is very lush around here, but I can get 6 farms. Not that I really want to do it, but okay. More workers, or do I buy the... Well, I cannot pay for a warrior, so alright. It'll be a worker by default, just because I can pay for much. Is Kush at war with the Numidians, perchance? Yes, they are, and also with Babylon. Alright, so I'm not as threatened by these tribesmen as I worried I might be. And that was a straight up mistake. I might lose my scout, depending on what the Numidians do. Alright, they go for my military unit, which is better. That's not going to change much of anything, I believe. I'm steadfast, which is a way more massive bonus. I'm not going to one-shot kill them. So I kinda like to keep an eye out for Islander. There are heals around, even if it's no immediate value. And okay, let's start on our quarries then. Yes. Oh, I could get my shrines. And I left my scout to dangle in the open. Alright, so that's why I brought my my scout back. Am I in time? Can I get that? I think not. I think I'm dying. Alright. Oh, and I'm missing an order. Okay, I'll try it. I'm buying the order, but I think the scout is dead. Oh, maybe not in one turn. So maybe I can survive my mistake here. Very thematic flout for Egypt. Yes, indeed. And welcome to stream, Thinking for Man. I heard scientific eat muffin bottoms. Alright, I'm not sure. You can always buy a tile for it. Yes, Nestor, thank you for reminding me. I sort of forgot the perks of the family I used. Maybe change the stream title if that's easy. Still referring to Fluffy's LPP. Yeah, alright, it should be easy, but I still haven't sorted out actual access to our Twitch account with Soren, so I'm not changing stream titles because I can't. Skimmer Wife, the real reason for no events. Well, yeah, alright, I'm protected a little bit from some bad events, but is Genuine Aqueduct available? I do see a nice spot by the volcano for it. Yeah, that's the kind of play I'm not really focusing on, but no, it's not. Yeah, a Genuine Aqueduct here would be awesome. Fair enough. Um, but it's not in the game. I'm more eyeing the pyramids if I'm going for a wonder, which is, well, pretty basic as Egypt, but I mean, if it's on the table, I like to get it. I'm not able to afford it yet, though. There's another one southwest of Timinor. Yes, there's another one. All right, too late for the pyramids. That's how these things tend to go, unfortunately. I think I'm dying if I'm going there. I can kill one of the idiots. but I'm probably still dying. I don't know how much these attacks would be. So this is 3 strength units, 3 strength, and 3 strength. Maybe I can survive? Because if 2 attacks don't get 7 hit points, maybe I have 1 more turn? I don't think I can retreat my scout at the same time though. Alright, am I dying? Well, if this unit attacks me too, yes, I'm dying. But alright, too late. We'll see, maybe this is just a quick reroll, which was, well, always a strong possibility. And yeah, I want to get ready to get this wheat tile, so let's go that way. Alright, so am I dead? Maybe not, thanks to Kush. Alright, Zoro has found it. I still have to retreat though, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I don't think I can save the city. Alright. So much for early war on tribe, and I think, yeah, I don't want to sacrifice my scouts on top of the rest, so unfortunate, but that's how it goes. Yeah, if I'm not getting anything out of that. Dub question: if you have a forum 1 and you get 1 civics per turn, the forum 2 said 2 civics per turn, does that mean you know? Alright, Nestor provided the right answer. Yeah, you still get only 1 net benefit. You can have net benefits displayed in the game, meaning the difference between what you have and what you would have after making an improvement, but you need to have the advanced help text option checked for that, which will put more information into the tooltips, which some players find a bit confusing. There's a lot of text, a lot of potential effects and everything, but that's how it's built into the game. The level of information we hid some of the data in there. Turn that option on because the game is stupid without it. Yeah, that's one way to put it. Doesn't stack replaces. Yeah, correct. Carthage is starting the lighthouse. The camp has respawned because we are weak and we couldn't make strong use of that. So I think I'm doubling down on my scientific impersonation and going all out landowners. Why can't I buy the tile? Oh, because I'm poor. Okay, okay, makes sense. Some sense, at least. And am I getting an extra quarries while I'm at it? Well, too late, and it looks like the game is already close to resigned territory. We'll see. With this bungle attack on the Numidians. Oh, civics boost, right? That's lucky. On the other hand. Yeah, I think I'm funding here, and that's still a landowner city. What are my workers doing? They are improving farms, as they should. Learn to play Babylon. Step 1, play Egypt. Anyone noticed an AI player barely making any improvements even into late game? I can't say I've noticed that. Might be a bug in your game, or they might be facing some complex situation. What I would recommend, if you find something very strange, is maybe check by revealing the map that you haven't missed anything. So you can do that by going into the editor and then in the console typing full reveal map, which you can undo afterward if you wish to check if you are assuming correctly. I'm not going to do that in that game because I am plan on playing it, and I don't want to cheat. And if it still looks strange to you, you can feel free to post on our Discord, preferably with a save that allows us to replicate the situation, and we will investigate if there is an issue with the AI. And by we will investigate, I mean Alex will investigate, who's our lead programmer and our AI specialist in particular for old world. Alright, so at one point I might be able to move back. I want mines. Doesn't have anything great to do, but an additional worker wouldn't hurt. And by anything great, I mean anything super decisive. So I'm probably going to circle around, checking a little bit these mountains and this region by going through forest, aiming for this ruin longer term. Lucky Babylon with exploration up there, being able to check what's happening up there. Maybe I might have a window if Kush lets me to take this spot. Killing it in 2 turns is probably not cutting it though, so I would need to pick focus and be super lucky with a very lucky crit, and that doesn't look like it's happening at the moment. Alright, there's more Numidians up north that might be easier to deal with. Or I'm doubling down on this play, hoping that Kush helps me deal with extra units, but doesn't steal the city site, which is unlikely, but we can try, and we can... Yeah, alright, let's go. We're on stream, it's supposed to be fun. Let's pick focus and go for the Hail Mary play of maybe killing them in one blow with a 10% crit on the coming turn. We can try. We are already in a desperate situation, so we can try desperate gambles. I'll be going for a philosophy student. I guess I have to push on with the bitter gambit there. I don't have much of a choice. Yeah, so much about that. Alright, well done, Kush. I might still go for it if you abandon the site for whatever reason though, so it's not entirely closed yet. And probable back camp northwest of Wasset. Yes, that's probably where they are. The last barb camp. Alright, more Numidians down south, which we suspected. That's where this bunch of people are coming from. And we dealt with 2.5 worth camp worth of Numidians with this spot, which is why it was well harder than expected. Tempting to go for the ruin right away, but I'm probably losing my scout if I'm doing that, so I'll just stay in ambush in case Kush vacates the spot next turn. It appears they did. Alright, thank you for the help, much appreciated. Hitting this guy that's beyond the river. So I'm actually picking Amphibious, which, believe it or not, is one of my favorite promotions. Well, I don't know about favorite, but I like it very much. And let's get my settler closer to position for next turn. And let's hope our rivals and our enemies deal with one another. That would be lovely. Yeah, and what am I putting here? Potentially riders. The orders would sure be handy. A fresh scout wouldn't hurt. The city will push culture naturally somewhat okay with 3 extra culture from an improved growth. There's already horses, so I can keep the perk for a later military city. Yeah, undecided, but that's a possibility. Yes, very good. All right, whack. And what am I doing here? Yeah, I think riders actually. I kinda need more humph. Oh, and I pushed those idiots, well, one of them, out of a forest, so they might die to Numidians, which doesn't particularly displease me, so... Alright, third rural specialist and second farmer. I sure want more wires, which I might as well get in a from a city that's good at getting wire, or slightly better, should say. So in Zhao, let's get one. Piquat is going for what in the meantime? So you can see the map is scarcer in resources. Typically you'll have 3, often 4 resources in every single city, but this one has no resources, or you can count the camel and the elephant maybe, but that's 2. Even if those 2 are attached to the city, this one has the more regular 4. My capital is okay. This one has only 1. Maybe if you want to stretch it out to the camel, second one. But the map is scarcer. Northern Ocean, well, on the mainland anyway. And the north is tundra, so it's a pretty drab map in terms of map script, in terms of resources. I'm not sure what I'm going for here. I'm not going for much. Will I make massive amounts of specialists here? Probably not. I'm just going to opt for conceal to help contribute to my economy. Do something with that. Is it possible to rewind the stream on Twitch? Only in VOD? Yes, you can actually. But as I'm streaming, the VOD is updated. It's available, so it will cut off at where it was when you clicked. But you can check the VOD instead of the stream and click a bit before. But if you want to have some updates on stuff that happened, you can also just ask, and I'll be happy to tell you what happened. Alright, we are getting our farmer. I want the mine as well, and indeed, well guessed. The barbarian spot is indeed in the northwest. So well guessed in the store. We have no great spot for farms. I suppose this being riverside as Egypt and adjacent to a volcano is decent, so let's make some progress toward our ill-picked ambition. And the quarry, we're still hurting for iron, so I'll buy an order and start another mine instead for now. I suppose I'll stay on conceals here for now. Or did you steal a site from Kush? They stepped off, yes. So they're unlikely to do that if you're very close to the spot, because they identify you as a threat, but I stayed a little bit further away, just in position, didn't... I think I pushed my settler a little bit, but only a little bit, so So yeah, because there were many Numidians around harassing them, they stepped away for a moment, and I seized my chance. The border boost doesn't look bad actually. It grabs the iron, extend my territory a little bit up north as well. Joins up, well, almost joins up. Well, actually, the whole river would be my territory. So yeah, 5 turns seems like a lot when I'm generating so little research, but alright, I'm clicking on it still. Um, where will I want to put my shrines? I probably want my capital to be the holy city. And what wonders are left in the game? There's a ziggurat, that's not bad. The Yazilikaya. I could go Necropolis, which is quite good. Especially when you have a lot of specialists, for instance, because you're going for rural specialists because you're playing landowners. So that's maybe a decent objective, but I need more stone for that. We are still in mostly council mode here. Do I want the culture? What do we have as opportunities? Still a cruel. Oh, alright. I think I want to appoint that Delver builder as a governor in my capital. Yep. Doing that. I can afford the civics. It just feels super bad that there's no culture in there, so I'm going for a festival just for the extra culture point per turn. Let's grab this. So that's money, which I need. So very solid, very good. I'm not against picking the extra culture and sliding back into the forest. Alright, I still need to deal with my Numidians. But after that, I'm going for the barbarians. So let's up north. And I might just leave Kush to deal with them. So let's not do anything there. All right, barbarians are straying into my land, so which is much less than ideal. I kind of don't want to spend my last citizen on, but warrior definitely sounds appropriate. Well, I don't know about definitely, but it sounds appropriate to me. More obedience. And let's check what's happening here. But yeah, I'm happy Kush is helping me here. That's fine. More stone aiming for the necropolis, maybe? Yes. I believe that. I could accept a truce. I'm going to fight barbarians first, so... Alright, we completed our warrior. Do I get even more workers? That sounds a bit silly, right? Yeah, I don't know about that. Let's grab a small bit of culture. At least one culture per turn per city would be great. That something's happening there. Stepped off. Any DLC news? Well, as a matter of fact, yes, we released a new DLC in last February. Wrath of the Gods, it's called, and it's pretty good. I advise you give it a go. There's a custom scenario in there, which is very cool, and it's introducing disasters, calamities into the game. That checks the event and random things that can happen quite a bit. And yes, I'm trolling you. I know this is not news, and that's not what you were asking about, but I couldn't resist. Want more? Well, there's probably more coming at one point. I can say that much. I'm sure you'd prefer if there wasn't any qualifier, anything of that kind in that sentence. But that's what I can say, so that's what I'm saying. Alright, let's deal with our barbarians diligently if possible. No problem. There's no harm in asking. Don't worry about it. I'm just being cheeky. Uh, Sorry about that. Where do I want my necropolis if I'm going to get a necropolis? Oh, I could get the ore mine in my capital territory, which is an interesting idea because both cities are landowners, so I could like transfer all the tiles without any cost. Well, without huge discontent and opinion penalties. So, well, huge opinion penalties straight up. That's all that happens there. Yeah, I'll get my way. All right. I thought I was almost ready to re-roll the map a few turns back, but we are surviving at least for the moment. I really need some form of urban improvements beyond the shrines that I haven't built. So let's go for that. And may I? Not quite. Unless I'm lucky with a crit, I suppose. Unless I have a super cool promotion to use, but I do not. Or are opinions negative? Can I improve that easily? Not really, but that's an oligarch, so that's plus 40 opinion just for being there. Then there's an opinion bonus. Well, there's no opinion penalty for not having a councillor. And that's enough to bring them into positive, so I get 5% on all my units by doing that, which is probably not enough to get me into immediate kill territory without force marching, but I'm going to try. So opinions got for minus 69 to minus 9, so I'm not quite there, so I miscounted. So there's a 20 opinion from having an ambassador. Oh, it's not applying to my families, of course. I'm playing single player. I'm an idiot. Alright, so much for my big plan. Alright, so all my orders are getting poured into this. But this is my spot now. Alright. Am I getting a random farmer because I'm landowner and I could? I don't believe so. I got my first level festival though, so I'm going worker. I'm taking a huge risk with my necropolis, but I should be able to start it next turn without buying any stone. But mostly I couldn't have the orders to clear this spot and start the necropolis this turn, unfortunately. So side rebels, alright. Of course, rebels. Yeah, alright, necropolis first. And now killing people, if at all possible. I'm just taking a chance on the crit and getting back to deal with this guy and let other rebels as well. More rebels, so I have rebels every turn. Right, I'm getting the kill on my leader for the XP. Not that it amounts to much, it's very hard to gain extra levels after the first ones, but still better than nothing. But as you can see, stats and traits progression on leaders doesn't look the same at all without events. Even if they live a decent time, your leaders won't get nearly as strong, and that makes a massive difference. Alright, we got our first festival here too. I think I'm still pushing walkers, so warriors. I want a settler here, but my capital will be in a better position. Not so much that I don't want to get the warrior to complete the warrior first, though. Freedom would be useful, yeah. Oh, I do have the civics, you're right. I was thinking I couldn't do that, but I'm Egypt, so I already have access to it. And centralization was my goal, although I forgot. But here, I'm picking freedom, just to get rid of the rebel chances. And alright, that's... yeah, a volcanic eruption. Unfortunate. And let me see, what can I do concretely to start dealing with those ungrateful rebels? Not that much immediately. I'm making some units in my capital, and I'm benefiting from having good growth. So I think I'm pumping the Shrine of Isis actually for the healer promotion benefit, even if it won't be in time for this warrior. Also, it will make my capital a holy city. Kill 5 military units as a leader, so I've been doing that diligently, so the ambition comes too late as usual, but yeah, I'm likely to die before I can accomplish that, even if I was killing 1 unit per turn, but let's try. Oh, one of my son is a builder, the second one. So you in no event you only get to pick the field of study of your first heir, your actual heir, not your descendants. So I didn't get to pick a study field. So that's why they have 3 attribute points. That's purely their archetype because they have no other traits, no other anything, and they didn't get the +1 attribute from picking studies either. So your characters are, in general, significantly weaker. Alright, and I am getting the kill as promised through picking my ambition. And I would like to do something about that guy quickly, if possible. Not quite capable to do it though. Alright, Wasset is well back online. I don't have the right kind of groves to placate my my landowners, unfortunately. And anyway, I'm very far from land consolidation. So I think I'm pushing another wire, a slow one. No, I need the settler. I'm stupid. I just said it. All right. All right. So this guy made it easy for us. We're still going to kill them with our leader, at least. All right. That's the second kill. Let me repair the farm. And we need 3 more farms. So one is already here. I don't really love any of those farms opportunities. I think I'm getting a rider walker, at least one. But I think I want to start farms earlier than that, so I'll just grab a little bit of wood on the way and go for it up north. Not quite in time for that. Alright, let's just scrub, get more mine, keep working on our iron, even if we are doing other things too. take out the oracle. Let's repair this farm. I would like to scout in this direction actually. Where are my scouts? I have one up north, and the other one is still hanging around in there. But yeah, I could get them back and heal a little bit on the way. I'm not declaring war on the Numidians immediately, so let's heal in place with my little forces here. And I could get decent farms down there too. I kind of want to make quarries everywhere, but in this case I have plenty of opportunities for strong quarries, so getting my farms in a decent place is advisable. And with that in mind, I'll start another settler while I'm at it. For whatever I may find in this direction. Alright, paganism has been funded. Alright, there's a lot I want to do, but I won't be able to do it all, so get a farm. I'd like to heal this guy. And get a farm. It's slow, it's unimpressive, but that should be my ambition done if I can survive until we get there. All right, heal our scouts, heal our general, heal our walker. I'm not in love with any of the spots I'm finding. They all look bad. At least we have music. Alright, we have to declare war on the Numidians again, even in this direction, so it's a bit unlucky, but I guess I'll deny the ruins at least. We just get some extra vision from it, which is not super sexy, but valuable still. Do I want to put everything in my capital? And by everything I mean this ore mine. Possibly. I will need to fight to expand more, quite clearly, so Phalanx is so far away. But Phalanx would thrash those Numidians, though. So, alright, let's get there. What's my capital doing? What are other wonders I might want to do? Oh, the Ishtar Gate wouldn't be bad, right? The museum is okay, but I'm not getting strong anytime soon. Well, the necropolis will accelerate that for sure, and it's done in 5 turns at this point. I could just get a weak wonder. Why not? There's no shame in getting a weak wonder, right? Make decision. Well, you should have said so earlier in the turn. Okay, declare war. No. Oh, right. I intended to let them declare war, and then I clicked yes and spent all my money. I'm being stupid here. I think I still want the acolyte because I need the research. Do I? Doesn't look that great. Maybe the luxury is better advised. Alright, acolyte. And I want my Odeon and all that as well. I'm not being very focused here. Better get that ruin before it runs out of sparkle. Yeah, but as you can see, mostly the ruins are nowhere near as valuable as with events. So that's why I'm not giving them that much of a priority. I mean, food is decently expensive. I could push on a bit with that. And that's decent money as well, as landowners. But yeah, I've been piling up growth in my capital. And I have the necropolis there, so piling up my specialists in it makes sense to me anyway. So I'll be buying the... Oh, it's going to be expensive. There's one extra tile because I cannot like split it from the other city, so... which means it was a straight mistake to buy this tile. I should have bought this one instead, then this one, then this one. But no undo, so I'll have to live with my mistake. Alright, let's get closer. Do we have a general here? Oh, a solid hero, yeah, and he's the oligarch. What do opinion look like? Bad. And yeah, I should be giving more priority to settling this third family and getting out of my... at least having fewer opinion legitimacy issue. I think I'm going here, and I sort of need sages, I believe. So I'll be going for that. Religion would be cool, but yeah, I think I'll have to make do without it for now. Another wire done. I have a very small amount of culture. Okay. Hmm. I don't love any of this. First level treasury, maybe? Yeah, I'm not rich. A few treasury on Hamlet would be helpful. Alright, Babylon is going against Numidians. So maybe I should move forward. Oh, the oligarch and ambassador died, and my daughter is now the oligarch of that family. Alright, I'm taking the risk, I'm moving forward. Alright, how much would I inflict as damage? A decent amount, but not decisive. That's what? Gold? Alright. Yeah, and I still forgot to do that. That's not great. I think I want to settle here. Alright, let's buy 2 orders before I forget. And do it. Rhetoric. Alright. Not amazing, but not the worst. Alright, let's get an appropriate worker right away. And when we declare war on the next turn, we might be able to grab this site, hopefully. If Babylonia helps us. And maybe this one. Joe should choose its protection. I think it's another wire. And I would really like to have one more wire down south. So with that in mind, I'm going to spend all 4 orders. And that's another misclick, another thing I'm going to have to live with, but live with it I will, since I have to. Oh, besiege Prince Consort and Bloodthirsty. Alright. That will displease the Ramessid, I believe, but not quite. I thought they wanted to have the most generals, but they just like to have generals in general. Okay, ambition completed. That helps our opinion a bit. No one attacked these guys. So we are besieger and we are bloodthirsty. Okay, let's first get into position. And they've cleared that one. Alright. Kush has taken the other one. But okay, let's attack. Can we make them positive easily? Not really, not quickly enough. Alright, sorry. Alright, that's not great damage. Yeah, robust would be helpful, thank you. I'm hurting for orders, so that's exactly what the doctor ordered. Babylon might well be in a position to sweep in, kill the guy, and settle the city, but there's not much I can do about it, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm not in love with those forums, but they're not the worst while I have nothing great to do, so okay, forum it is. Almost surround the site with settler and scout, yeah, but they can go through my units because we are at peace, so it's not enough. I could surround the spot, but I'm at peace with Babylon, so my unit don't prevent them from moving in. And I'm not declaring war on Babylon at the moment with their 9 cities. Am I making that another? No, I'm not. It's a Sage city. A pretty miserable one with a single gold resource, but Governor of Wasset. Well, frugal governor of my capital is appreciated. Thank you, game. With that, do I want the Yazilikaya? I need a state religion to do something with that, and I didn't go for clerics, and no religion has spread to me yet. Ziggurat. The Ziggurat is a cool Egypt play. Oh, thematic. Well, not thematic. It's a Babylonian, Sumerian actually under, but am I going for it this turn? If I'm going for it, I don't believe I am actually. I kind of want this one to complete, and so I'll do it with this worker next turn. I'll start the next wonder. Yeah, I'm pushing my tile buying shenanigans. Food is decent, but it isn't great, so an extra farm wouldn't hurt. Let me get the worker here. Probably farm one next. So actually, we managed to settle a few cities. Well, as soon as one of these AIs declare on us, we are done. But but we survived some of my mistakes early on, so at least that we have that going for us, kind of. Alright, Vigorate. And yeah, the ziggurat is thematic in the sense that it's improvement cost reduction, which Egypt already gets from adjacent improvement of the same class. So that's what I had in mind when I was starting this strange sentence. What is this guy doing? Well, let's go all out on that stuff, on the buildery style, because it doesn't look like we're going to be able to do anything else in the immediate future anyway. Alright, can we get the ore tile right now? Not quite. Why, yes, we sure can. Let's sell a bit of food. We are Egypt. Alright, next turn we'll start getting to get the ore mine and make Wasset a bit more competent of a city. We'll want the forum, we'll want the treasury, we'll want... Yeah, we'll want to push a lot of specialists, so forums for sure. Frugal on Delver, so we want to get our improvements in Wasset first. With that in mind, I should start streaming extra workers toward the capital. And this one looks like a candidate, for instance. I should really be getting my Odeon and then theater in particular. Our wife is apparently about to die. That is unfortunate. She's still 25% of our research at this point, and we are severely ill as well. So yeah, whatever we are enjoying at the moment, we are probably not enjoying it for much longer. Alright, I think this is micro time. Alright, so I would like to start my Odeon. I would like this guy to contribute. He cannot really do anything significant in my capital. So I'll send this one, because I believe the wonder is enough to collapse everything here, to make the Odeon here and extend my border north, and replace the walker with this one. A bit of micromanagement trickery there. I got my treasury. I think I'm going for the forum as well. Should still working on our stone. We might be able to nab additional wonders in our capital potentially. Alright, an oligarch has died. The queen has died. We are maybe doomed, but we'll know after we close this window. Oh, the princess and heir has become timid. That's unlucky. And yes, we are doomed. Alright, too bad about this ambition. I guess I half gave up on it since I'm not seeing... Oh, there's more tribes left. I could have done more. And we are at war already with the Numidians, so alright, let's move in that direction maybe a bit. Let's see what this has in store for us. 5 orders, alright. Okay, so that's a misclick, a painful one. That's 2 extra orders for not much of anything. Our workers are busy. We're getting phalanx in 6 turns, so we might not want to be too hasty with moving in against the Numidians. Yeah, you can stay here. Let's have a bit of a better look at the map, maybe. Alright, everyone died, including our awesome governor of Wasset. No one likes us. This is no legacy, yeah. So we are now a church, however. Meaning we could upgrade this audience straight to a theater. And more in the future, maybe, possibly. Being negative training is not really great for what we are doing in our capital, but that's acceptable. That's a bit more aligned. Oh, the minus wisdom is just too painful though. Warlike is cool, however. But yeah, I think I'm assigning my new leader as a governor right away. Okay, that's what the event system was trying to tell me to do. Which is silly. I should have first killed 2 extra units, which surely I could have done and would have accelerated my experience gain, but too late. I've spent the civics and the orders, so another waste possibly. I'm going to start that next turn. Yeah, alright. Not as focused as I should be there. Because if I'm going to start that next turn, I should have spent the orders to move the walker. The reason to start it next turn is because then I will have the price reduction from having an adjacent quarry, and it looks like wood is going to be very expensive this game. Okay, Wasset got its forum. As you can see, I'm getting worse at getting military units with negative training from for my queen and governor. Let's go for the next level forum though. I think a treasury from here. Alright, Babylonia has converted to their own paganism. Interesting. And Judaism hasn't been founded. Well, it's not like we have even husbandry at the moment, but so we cannot really do anything about that. Or, I mean, seize it as an opportunity to fund it ourselves. But it's notable, nonetheless. Let's get this quarry, and you can see it's a little bit cheaper, but and it will be cheaper with the ziggurat, of course, when that comes up. And let's keep moving at the moment. I should be roading from there to there to connect my cities, and I guess that will be the next project for my units, my walkers. I think I'm gaining the training and the specialist and everything before the forum, even if that will make it slightly quicker. Because it's quicker to do and the benefit with the necropolis is great, so... should I really? Well, I started on the farm. Let's complete it. 2 ranged and 2 mounted doesn't look like something easy. 6 technologies. Well, we're still idiots technically, so that's probably not happening quickly. Producing 1,000 food would be 20 tons at our current rate, and we can improve that. So okay, let's produce 1,000 food. And let's get a farm in celebration. And another walker. We have opportunities to make more stone here. Or just another wire, which is the O to survive plan. Also kill the medians to the southwest of Thor. You have wire there. Yeah, I'm sorry. I've missed on that. I picked up on it after I've done it. But you're right, I should have paid attention, and that was definitely stuff I should have done earlier. Let's work on that though. Let's reassign my queen. Do I have a general opportunity here? Yeah, they like having generals, so I'll actually do that before other things. And can I bring someone into adjacency? No, so I should have checked before, is what the game is telling me. Alright, we'll focus that a bit. I should have upgraded my theater still. Well, my Odeon to a theater, I mean. Judaism has been founded now, so alright, let's start with that. Since that until reason, well, that's an important point about being a church. We can just upgrade improvements. Okay, can I actually kill this guy? That's 4, 3. That's not enough. Yeah, my... Oh. This is not looking good. Alright, I think we are better off waiting actually. Next turn we'll have phalanx. And that will be much nicer. Oh, that's an amphibious guy. We won't be able to upgrade everyone anyway. Yeah, let's not assign generals, I need my training. And I need a lot of training, so alright, it's a round of council everywhere that doesn't have anything better planned. Alright, so this opportunity for a kill disappeared. But we are going to get the next opportunities a bit easier with upgrades to spearmen. Yeah. Let's put that guy as a roadblock. He's amphibious, so if they come adjacent, I can still hit them. I don't need the free settler. I really want navigation. Although I should really do something for my research, so maybe the beeline to architecture isn't absurd. Well, it wouldn't be absurd if I had orders, but I don't, so navigation it is. Any other warrior I can do something with? Well, I guess it wouldn't hurt to upgrade this guy too. And conceal everything? I'll get the miner. So specialist Star Wars culture. So alright, forum. Might as well what? Get another spearman maybe. Alright, more tribal raids. Nope, I wanted to select the unit. Alright, let's take the easy kills. If there's such a thing as easy kills. Would like a tactician on this guy, ideally a steel. I'm somewhat protected by Okay, this guy can upgrade next turn. Decent. Um, I suppose more walkers in the meantime. Got a forum, might as well get a treasury. This is a really sad sage seat. Okay, it seems no one died. Alright, let's get our legacy dealt with. Let's also kill the people who need to die. Yeah, here, Highlander feels worth it. Alright, here we go. I should have just enough training to upgrade. Yes, but I don't have the wood. I can buy it though. Not quite. And with that, I think I'm just scrubbing here. We got our miner. Let's go for... No, next turn we are strong. So we are going for the Elder Poet first thing. That will also help our civics because we are 4 citizens. So we'll lean into our growth-oriented capital. It's not super growth-oriented by the resources, of course, but we have 3 growth specialists. We are still landowners, which is a minor boost. We put the growth shrine in there. So it's not like an awesome trader seat with 4 fishes or something, but it's pushing very decent growth still, and we can still lean into it. And also, of course, we started with 3 citizens instead of 1, which is still a very significant difference. With that in mind, I'm just pushing a council to not forget to do something else next turn. Okay, we've completed the ziggurat. Kush has converted to Judaism. I think no religion has spread to us yet, no world religion. But maybe I just haven't kept track as well as I should have. Money boost? Wow. Okay, so the money boost is the equivalent of a cultural event in Waset. We got some extra money out of that. We can choose to educate our heir. We're going philosophy again. Here, my queen is getting closer to a level, but still quite distant. I could get an extra kill just for the legitimacy and the XP, and I'm doing that before going back as a governor. Let's promptly kill these guys. We still have a significant amount of raiders to deal with, so we're not done then there. And I'm going to give that a bit of priority. Alright, so we got a second wonder that's also pushing our culture. We said we wanted the amphitheater. Let's get the amphitheater. I'll actually get the Elder Poet next turn because I will appoint my queen and be able to just buy it out. And that would be great. And I'll prepare to get more quarries in the meantime, and potentially extra wonders as well. We are playing a very a more buildery game than I expected. Actually, Slightly surprised at that. Let's start work on a forum. It's my capital. I won't forget to appoint my queen and just buy a poet next turn, surely. Yeah, more wires. Oh, actually, more spears would feel appropriate. Will I still have the money? I will still have the money. All right, let's count on it because I can sell food even if it's cheap. Wood is super expensive though. Alright, another volcanic eruption, so that was maybe not the most fortunate. Let's appoint our queen back again. Get the poet we were hoping for more money than we have. And we don't need to stockpile food, we need to produce food. So we are about 10 turns away at the moment. Well, a bit more than that because we need to repair our farms first, but we'll get there. And yeah, let's stop tarring and deal with our raiders, which is not as easy as I'd like it to be, but that's the value of the amphibious promotion. It really helps me defend this river. Oh. Oh. I would give a lot for a slinger or two here. Yeah, the adjacency is not enough. Too bad. I have the training, just don't have the wood. So alright, let's get some more wood. I mean, if I'm going to get hit... Alright. Yeah, forum isn't especially sexy, really. If we can afford the treasury and have enough to start developing another one next turn, so let's do that. Alright, we are still not dead. Let's kill what we can kill. Yeah, it's not quite enough once again. Not quite enough either. That's a bit too much. That's 9. That's 9 too. Oh, alright. Is that 10? Yeah. Alright, that's 10, so that's exactly the kill I needed. Oh, I forgot about Bloodthirsty. Is that what happened here? Oh no, it was adjacency. I thought I computed that, but clearly I had not. Alright, this guy being from the right family helps. And I need to save my mine. Yeah, I was a bit too late. Could get centralization, very good point. And epics actually would have been great too. I want to check if I don't need my civics to start a new wonder though. Well, not quite. Alright, I'll heal this turn here. And okay, we need to repair and consolidate a bit next turn, because what we have here is quite disappointing for the moment. Yeah, I probably want more wonders, because that's how I'm getting culture in Wasset at the moment. I'd actually quite like the Ishtar Gate. And if I repair my mines, I'm probably not too far away from being able to afford it. And then I want the civics to adopt serfdom as soon as possible. So this is looking very bad though. Why is that? Oh, they are a skimmer and I'm a judge. And they are bitter and I'm inspiring. And I have a cognomen and, well, they hate everything about us. Alright, first the iron. That's more of it. And we can check again. Old court, although your training income is not that good. Well, yeah, it's miserable, you mean. I'll consider it. Is that what happened last turn? I just didn't notice that I had a rebel around? I don't know for sure. Alright, let's repair my mines. And the rest of my improvements slowly. Try to get someone around. I should still make roads as well. I was starting the Yazilikaya, I'm pretty sure. Let's get it there. Mines wouldn't be the worst. An Odeon would be very relevant as well in this city. I need urban specialists. And I think I need my training to get that upgrade, so I won't be holding court right now. My civics is comparatively decent for some reason. Which isn't great, but better than nothing at the moment. Well, I suppose more workers actually. No courtier to tutor, unfortunately. Courtiers are much rarer and far between, as you might imagine, with no events. Alright, let's... Yeah, I think I'll consider that good enough in terms of preparedness for events. Let's start roading. Where are we with religions? Yeah, still not good. With that, I'll keep working on my stone. But I really want the iron too, so do that. And send some military units to deal with these guys. Opinions are all miserable at the moment. Get that spear. And I think I'll send this guy. Yes, I will. Alright. To deal with the rebel, I mean. Oh, Eloquent, Delver, Righteous, Besieger. So, Eloquent and Delver are both awesome. My capital is producing significant amount of stone, and of course that would be a benefit for my entire empire as well. It's also a little bit of extra culture and training because of our specialist. Still, I think I'm picking Eloquent in this case. That will really help with my civics. I need to wait a little bit for extra opportunities to make to buy specialists outright. I'll take the opportunity in the meantime because it syncs up with the Odeon to get the treasury online. Without paying to rush it out. And here, well, yeah, I'm not too sure what I want, but I'll grab a festival in the meantime. A city has decent civics protection just because it's a sage city and because there's a forum one on top, and my leader is eloquent, so this is a somewhat cheap festival, and growth is hard to get in such a spot, so that much more valuable for it. Alright, I'm back into too many rebels territory. I'd actually happily kill this guy. Yeah, I really want to move that way, but dealing with the rebel is maybe more important or more urgent. Not that I love spending my orders that way. Alright, navigation in 2 turns. We could be adding extra wonders. If at all possible, we want to put it all in our capital. Okay, Babylon is no longer helping with the Numidians. This guy is scampering away. Slightly surprising behavior. At least that's not what I would have expected, but well, the extra randomness is showing in rebels and tribes' behavior. So, and I believe it's good that they are less predictable than they are used to. So, all right, we are done here with that. So let's upgrade to a theater right away and get our master poet. Well, 2 turns is quite acceptable, so we won't rush it. And yes, let's get in position to get our shrine of Osiris in our capital. For extra culture, there's 2 mythology religions around as well, so hopefully some spread to us at one point. I don't believe we have any city with any of that. Of course, there's no such thing as religion spreading further away from events or things like that. Not in this mode, there's not. Without citizenship. Shrine of Osiris, still. Repair our farms before I forget and they disappear. Alright, somehow this spearman is relevant to dealing with that rebel. I really want my road. Let's get my road. This walker will be enough to deal with that. Oh, I don't have the orders anymore. Right, that was a mistake, but I'll try to live with it. Oh, builder would be great. Maybe too great. It's it's a really strong archetype. There were some recent discussions about them maybe being a little bit too good, and I would agree they are, but they haven't received the nerf yet. So I think now. I'm really not sure what I want to do. These cities are a little bit crap, to be fair. Alright, I'll get a settler in production for this spot. Eventually we'll get it. Oh, and I forgot to adopt serfdom. That was quite bad. Trouble raid. Things. Alright, serfdom right away before I forget. And I lost the unit for that. Yes, that was very bad. Send this guy to repair. get the Odeon, the full line. Repair our other farm. Keep working this guy. More farms. I think I'm getting a trio of farms here. It's a Londoner city. This and these would be decent farms because the volcano adjacency helps, the adjacency with an existing farms helps, and the adjacency with the river helps for Egypt. Well, it helps everyone as fresh water, but it helps more if you're Egypt. So how do I check which farm is the most valuable? You can use filters here to switch from valid improvement, which is a default one, to a variety of filters, among them rural improvement. Farms will always display, and I know that the riverside one is more valuable immediately than the other one, so I'll be improving that one first. 8 generals will be quite tough. We don't have enough candidates. 20 specialists, maybe not so much. Legal code we want pretty much as soon as we get to citizenship, and we are going there. So let's pick that. That's very aligned with our pre-existing goals. We are still far from the iron we need to enact our plans to go for the Ishtar Gate, or desire to go for the Ishtar Gate. And possibly the museum is more valuable now that we are strong and that it's a possibility. Although the museum costs a lot of wood, and that's not something we can easily make at the moment. We are not rich, so I might wait politely for the Elder Poet to complete rather than rush it, despite being a judge. I can get an apprentice poet here. Let's do that. We have extra distant rates. That's another reason while in competitive mode makes your life easier in no event, because it deactivates distant rates. And that's why I'm not picking it, because I enjoy the difficulty in this case. Or let's say I see it as a feature of the settings I'm opting to play with, rather than a drawback. Which is a highly personal thing. I'm not saying people should play like that, of course. But I like this stuff, so... Alright, we got a bit of cognomen goodness here. I think I'm working on mines. And keep progressing on my roads. I will finally connect. So the river that is going between the tiles is now connected to the road that goes up to this river. So this city now counts as connected, and anything along this river. Of course, this city always counted as connected. That's what this icon means. Connection doesn't spread from it, but as a perk of being a rider city, the city itself always counts as connected. So that's why the icon is slightly different. But the entire river is joined to this one and the coast. So most of my cities are now connected, apart from this one, which is a bit further away. So I will need to extend the road on these tiles from the urban one, which always has a road, to this urban one, which is of course linked to the city center. Well, connected to the city center, I should say. Alright, I got more and more and more worker that I cannot really use. Let's go for another festival for the culture more than anything. Inspiring is not paying off hugely at the moment. I'm wondering if we shouldn't boost this trait. Inspiring. Of all the... Oh, alright, so this is the end of the game. Kush just declared war. So they killed one of our walkers. They are coming in with macemen, as if axes against spears wasn't bad enough. So I'm going to play a few more turns, or at least one, because that would bring us to the expected end of the stream. But this is essentially the end of the game. There's no chance I'm coming back against Kush in my current situation. My science is too poor. I'm lagging behind badly. They are much stronger and erudite. So this is, well, the expected end of the game. I'm not sure if people were realizing I was serious by saying I had little chance of winning this game, but that's how it is on this difficulty. On these settings, I should say. That's not only the difficulty. Alright, I can try to hold back a little bit, but it's going to be very tough. I think I want this guy to be a spearman too. And by want, I mean need. So we had a chance to think for a while that we could do something, but religious penalties and the fully opposite archetype and them being big, they're not huge. There are 6 cities, but which is the same as us, I believe. Yes, but yeah, combined with the units and the tech advantage they have, I don't think I can come back from this situation. Alright, how much for an upgrade? 500. Okay, we have a chance to get there. More than that. It's not like we are super rich in food. It's going to be extra expensive, but I believe we have to do it. It's not ideal going there, but alright. We have a third spear. No, it didn't fix a farm for your ambition. No, it didn't what? Sorry about that, I'm getting the stream back up. No, it didn't. Alright, I'm not sure. I'm not in time to understand the context. Alright. Yeah, I did fix my farm probably slower than I could have, but it was done in the end. Alright, so I lost one of my spears despite everything, and I think we are getting to the completion of the... That was the rebel when you started... Oh, alright, yes. Yeah, okay, I get the context where I was wondering if the previous time I went through that turn it had the same impact. Oh yeah, alright. I remember now. Thank you for providing context. Not that it's crazy important, but I'm not even managing to kill this guy. So alright, we're getting to the end of the stream. I'm not going to play it much longer. There's no real point to it. I'm dead. So this is a defeat, but well, it's never an easy start without competitive mode, and which is quite a leg up for early research and all that, and getting a zealot on the start as well, and everything. I don't think I have any chance of coming back against Maceman, even if maybe that's just a free one. I don't know from Podculis, but they have too much of a lead, and I'm going to just crumble from here. So as we are reaching the end of the stream, that will be it for this one. I'm going to try this again, to be clear. Maybe not every time, because I understand that it's not for everyone joining a stream to see someone lose and lose and lose. I definitely plan to keep playing in this mode because I enjoy it until I win, and ideally when I win, I'd like it to be on stream, and I'm probably not just like recording with comments every game I play until I win. But so I'll probably come back to it on stream. At least these are well short games quite often if they don't succeed, and they are exciting if they start to succeed. So so yeah, no guarantee I'll ever win that on stream, but it would be cool if it happened, right? So I hope you enjoyed sharing a little bit into my favorite and maybe slightly perverse settings, but yeah, that will be it for today. Thank you all for joining, and I'll catch you in 3 weeks because I will be off next week. So that's why I subbed in for Fluffy Winnie, who is off this week. But I will see you again in November. Bye everyone.